Are there any deals that you guys would like to discuss?
I have a question. I have
Yes.
a VA loan right now,
Okay.
and I'm currently floating the rate. Should I lock it today?
Oh, okay. So I didn't talk about rates.
They did go up a little bit.
Yes, and they've gone up actually the past 3 days. A little bit. The bond market has been up since the low 4.2s. What is it hovering right now? 4.4 or 4 point? Right. So as I'm pulling that up, yeah, it's 4.4. 4.429. So it's gone up since the lows of 4.2 like just a couple of weeks ago. So what's going on right now regarding rates? So last week, obviously, the jobs data came out, and the jobs data came out healthier than expected. Yes, many experts projected it to be worse as June numbers, May numbers were worse. And June, they were expecting it to be worse as well, but for some reason, there are reasons, but not off the top of my head can I remember it, but they came in higher than expected. And so rates, remember, since the pandemic and really since 2022, rates are rates reflect news right now. Okay, it's a knee-jerk reaction to news. Okay, more than data. I mean, yes, data, but it's more news. And so news headlines are saying, "Oh my God, their new jobs, came in higher than expected." Any good news like that? Because for us in America, for the population, yes, more jobs is better. Rates go up. Negative news, right, is when we'll see rates drop. But compound that to the manufacturing data that came in slightly better too. Rates have been on an increase. Right now, this week, we didn't have much news. So it's the rates are being driven by the tariffs. Okay. That being said, we should see Alex, we should see correction in the market, and that's I'm saying that, and I am saying that with historically and theoretically, we should see a correction to that. My response to you again, what's been in the past, bygones are bygones, but I told my clients to lock on Friday, as soon as, or on Thursday rather, as soon as the jobs data came out. I was like, you guys better lock. Two of them did, one of them didn't. But if you have 30 days of escrow, I would hold out. I wouldn't necessarily lock, because again, historically and theoretically, there should be a recorrectioning based on the temperament of how the bond market moves right now off of news. Okay? Based on the news.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else? Anything for deal talk?
Otherwise, Ragnar, I came across a client that found under DSCR, she was going to put 50% down, and I had to compete with it. I don't know if she'll come back, but she was offered a 6.125 on a 50% loan to value DSCR. Wow, right? 2 points. But here's the thing that I try to discourage her for not taking that deal. It came with a 5-year prepay.
Yeah.
Graduating prepay. It was 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
And I had to tell her, I said, you're going to get locked up with this 5-year thing that you're being offered. Yeah, it's 2 points. Yeah, it's a good deal. 6.1, all that, but 5-year fixed. 5-year prepay. I said, I wouldn't, in my good conscience, wouldn't even put you in that.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if this other lender can actually deliver it. I spoke to Brenda about it. She, very thankful to Brenda helping me, navigate through the DSCR, some of my questions. But hopefully she comes back. I think it's a smoke and mirror deal. 6.125 on a DSCR. I know it's 50% loan to value. I know she has like a 780 FICO score. So that just blew me out of the water. She wouldn't tell me who the lender was and which lender they were going to use for that transaction.
What was the purchase price?
640.
Okay. As you were talking and I heard all of it, I'm pricing it out with I mean, that sounds like, I mean, if even possible, that has to be at least a 1.25 DSCR ratio. Let's see, I have it up right now. Let me submit it and see what we get. Because 2 points, I mean, she is still paying 2 points. So
yeah.
Let's see. It could have been like 1 point with a buy down on a discount point and 1 point, actual broker commission. But let's see. Why isn't that giving it to me? Investment.
Yeah, it's got to be DSCR.
Yep, 5-year prepaid. Oh,
UWM offers 3 years prepay. It can bring it down to about 6.5.
Gotcha.
That's even good.
Okay, so look, check this out, Ian. NMSI, okay, 6.125 with a here. Let me share the screen with you. So this is why you guys have to know your pricing, and I'm not calling you out, Ian, at all, but this is why you guys really need to know how to price things out. See, this is a great example right now, if you're following along. But because C had questions about this too. Look at this, NMSI, okay, 6.125 with a small rebate. So this loan officer is making legitimate 2 points for himself.
How many years prepay is that?
5.
Okay.
So my point right here, you see it? 5-year prepaid, right? 50%. And I'm using a 1 point. Let's see if it comes back at even at a 1%.
Okay, so it should rent out because it should go for about 3,000. What's the PI on that one alone? It should say, right?
1847.
Yeah. It should.
Yeah. So the DSCR is going to come back strong. So even if it's at a 1-to-1 ratio, right?
What about a 3-year prepay? What about a 3-year prepay? Does that sweeten the transaction?
Well, it's going to make it worse, right? Like the rate wise.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right
about that. But now that being said, Ian, you could swing the deal by or tell her, hey, this is only a 3-year prepaid, and just make a little bit less. So look at that. At a 3-year, just cover the quarter here and charge your 2 points.
Okay.
And or make a little bit less, I guess. You don't have to, right? Or let's see what
I'll make it a 3-year and then make it a 1.5.
Yeah, you don't want to go to it doesn't make sense to go to 1 year because she's gonna be stuck on that rate, that 6 point. So let's just entertain a 2-year real quick. I hope you guys are all following along, kind of makes sense or not. So you have your option of going 2-year or 3-year. You could even sell her on a 2-year, cover half a point at 6.125 and just make 1.5. Right? On a 2-year.
Is that a 2-year?
Yes, this is a 2-year.
Okay. That's a quarter of 6.125. And then
and you'll cover half.
I can still charge her 1.5, I think. Yeah.
Well, you'll charge her 2 and then half,
okay, so I'm gonna net 1.5 if
correct.
I charge a 2-year. Okay.
Yeah. But you're selling her on a 2-year prepaid, or again, the 3-year is going to be just cover a quarter.
Yeah, I think 2 years would look even better. I'll see her down the road a lot faster.
Yeah. There you go. Exactly. There you go, sir.
Yeah, that blew me out of the water. I didn't think DSCRs can go to 5 years to sweeten the rate. So there we go.
Yeah. So the problem is this, and this is an admission on my part, Ian, and to the rest of the group. When you price out DSCR in Loan Sifter, because it defaults to 0 no prepayment penalty, we're actually being quoted the worst rate in the marketplace, right? Because DSCR, it's just assumed, right? By default, there's prepayment penalty. By nature of a DSCR, there's going to be prepayment penalty. And however, in Loan Sifter, it defaults to 0. That's why our rates look worse. Okay, I'm admitting this because that was something that I didn't realize myself until recently, actually, like about a month ago. I was like, why are our rates worse? And then I realized, oh, I wasn't adding in the prepayment penalty like everyone else is. Okay, guys, so that was a big learning lesson for me, for all of us. Awesome, good job. Yeah, go sell it now. Go sell that. Anything else?
Yeah, I got to give her a call. Okay. But these DSCR rates, they don't bounce up and down anywhere because I'm not a big DSCR guy, you know. I mean, I don't,
No, yeah, they don't bounce up and down too much. Well, okay, let me put it this way: non-QM rates bounce less than conventional rates. Conventional rates can be constantly day to day, multiple times a day. DSCR doesn't move, or sorry, non-QM loans. Non-QM rates for non-QMs aren't as volatile day to day. Sometimes it can be like weekly, actually.
by the way, was that on a 30-day lock?
Yes, it was.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, it was. Yep, 30-day lock.
Well, I'm glad we covered it. Thank you, Roger.
Yeah, pleasure always. Anytime. Awesome, guys. Nothing else? Well, I hope you guys are encouraged. Go sell a community program to change. Talk to people because people in one way or another are in need of money. They may need to just straight up need to refinance and they can't. It's a great option for them, for you to sell them a community or do a DSCR. Kind of works the same. Otherwise, have a great week and we'll see you guys next week, guys.